in our weekly Wednesday webinars. Before we begin, we have a short housekeeping announcement. Our speakers will be taking questions today, so if you do have any questions for them, please submit it via the Q&A button at the bottom of the screen. Without further ado, I shall now hand over to our first speaker today, Mr. Kim. Mr. Kim, over to you.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to have a speak today. My name is PK. I'm a co-founder of New Eyne. We are from Korea. We started the New Eyne project in 2017 to propose a new solution for treating chronic diseases by adopting the concept of bioelectronic medicine. The concept of bioelectronic medicine was initially proposed by GSK in 2013. The idea is using either a wearable or implantable medical devices using various physical modalities to induce certain biological functions to address chronic diseases. So for us, we initially focused on modulating the overall nervous system by stimulating the peripheral nerves to address various neurological and psychiatric disorders. Then we expanded the application by promoting specific growth factors for faster healing and nerve regeneration. With the theme of tissue regeneration, we further expanded by disrupting the development of tumor by physically interfering with the process of cell proliferation and inducing the self-apoptosis. Just in a bit more details, through the modulation of peripheral nerves, such as vagus nerve, trigeminal nerve, and tibial nerve, we developed several protocols that can control our body activity, which were demonstrated successfully in clinical trials. The device for neuropathic pain, autism, tinnitus, and bladder dysfunction are all done in development. In fact, for our medical fair at Thailand, we will be exhibiting a number of devices, including the devices for ADHD and migraine that's commercially available. While investigating on the potential benefits of electrical stimulation for stroke rehab, we saw the higher expression of certain neurotrophic factors and other growth factors. So we chose the eye diseases to demonstrate the effects of faster wound healing and nerve regeneration. We developed the protocols and devices for dry eye disease, glaucoma, age-related macular degeneration, as well as facial nerve palsy. We conducted animal studies and clinical trials to validate its safety and effectiveness in dry eye disease. And currently, we are conducting a pivot clinical trial, looking to complete it by the end of this year and commercialize it by the second quarter of next year. We believed strongly with the role of mitochondria with the effects of electrical stimulation in our body and expanded the application to disrupting cells from developing into cancer. We successfully developed the working devices for in vitro and in vivo, as well as for human trials that can deliver enough energy in form of electric field to target solid type tumor. So in summary, with the three major themes of bioelectronic medicine, we developed devices ready for clinical trials. And again, some of them are already ready for commercialization. New Eyne is now building an online platform that can integrate the concept of bioelectronic medicine with the patients and physicians having better condition monitoring and treatment compliance. With the device being sold every 2 years and the treatment being subscribed monthly basis, the annual sales can reach to addressing about 2.4 million patients and generating over $1 billion by 5 years in 2028. New Eyne is ultimately addressing $42 billion market of aging. And past 5 years, we successfully developed 8 protocols, 6 working devices for chronic diseases, we run a medical device grade manufacturing facility that can produce 3,000 units every month. We are looking to increase the production by 10,000 units every month by end of this year. We are also running a number of clinical trials. So far, we ran 5 clinical trials working in partnership with major university hospitals in Seoul, Korea. This is a quick overview of our manufacturing facility. We currently have medical device grade standards for the GMP, US FDA, Canada, Brazil, Australia, as well as Japan. Along with the patents and publications made, we were also recognized for the innovative solution by J&J, UK government, as well as the Korean government agencies. New Eyne is currently led by 6 directors, notably Dr. Cha was a Yonsei Severance Hospital radiation oncologist and a medical professor who is now overseeing our oncology pipeline. The team is composed of 35 members. 28 of them are directly involved in research and development. We have advisors to collaborate with in research and development from different areas of focus and various institutions. Recently, we signed a exclusive distribution deal with Dongwha Pharmaceutical in Korea for the treatment device of migraine. We are a startup. We raised 30 million USD to date from both equity and grants. We set up a level 2 LMO bioresearch facility, and we currently are mainly focusing on the clinical validations. So this is it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. So, as Mr. Kim has mentioned, New Eyne is exhibiting at Medical Fair Thailand this year. They are at booth B30. So if you do have questions for him, you can submit it via the Q&A button at the bottom of the screen. Or we also welcome you to see him at the show itself live in person and take the discussions in person. So thank you. We'll wait a while for the questions, but meanwhile, let's move on to our second speaker. We have Dr. Hsieh from ACRO. Dr. Hsieh, over to you, please.
Thank you. Okay, it's a great honor to deliver this talk in the Thailand MedTech exhibitions. And my name is DJ. I'm the CEO of ACRO Biomedical, and we are a regenerative medicine company based in Taiwan. And here you got my cell phone, my email. So if you have any question, you can contact me. And the reason that I gave this presentation is to look for distributor partnership in Thailand or a research partner in Thailand. And this is my background. I received my PhD from State University of New York at Buffalo and cell and molecular biology. And I was an associate professor a long time ago, and I joined the industry for more than 25 years. And ACRO Biomedical was founded in June 2014 by myself, and it's located in Kaohsiung Science Park. And we are dedicated in the research and development of natural collagen scaffold biomaterials for tissue engineering and regenerative medicine. And we have received many international patents. And we also received regulatory approval from US, Taiwan, Singapore, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, India. And we are a public company since July 2021. And our core business is in tissue engineering, cell therapy, and organ engineering. And it all based on our proprietary platform technology called supercritical CO2 extraction. As you know that the tissue engineering and regenerative medicine is a fast-growing industry. The annual compound growth rate is 26.1%. The reason for this very fast growing is because there's a severe shortage of donated tissues and organs around the world. According to WHO, less than 10% of the demands in organ transplantation are met. That means more than 90% of the patients are still waiting in line for donated tissues and organs. So we are into this regenerative medicine field. Our mission is to apply biomaterial from animal source to regenerate human defects and ultimately become the global leader in tissue engineering and regenerative medicine. And our vision is that one day people will not have to wait in line for donated tissues and organs, and tissue and organ transplantation will become easily available and affordable. So this is our platform. Basically, we put the porcine tissues and organs into this supercritical CO2 extraction system to remove all the immunogen, which include the cells, the fat, and non-collagenous proteins, and leave the natural collagen scaffold intact as biomaterial for human therapeutic purpose. And we have been using many different parts of the tissues and organs from porcine. And we like to call this as a holy grail technology for the preparation of biomaterials, because the process is a minimum manipulated process. It does not disrupt the natural collagen scaffold during the process, and there is no chemical solvent involved in the process, and it can kill bacteria and virus at the same time. It's an environmental friendly process. You can recycle the CO2 and reuse it. And it can be applied to various tissues and organs from various animals and even humans. And it can reduce the immune rejection quite dramatically. And here are the SEM structure of all the ECM scaffold after supercritical CO2 process. And you can see that the collagen alignment and the mechanical strength varies from tissue to tissues, from organs to organ. So there's important take-home message, that is when you have a defect on the dermis, you will not use the bone material to fix the defect on the dermis. When you have a defect on the cornea, you also will not use the dermis structure to fix the cornea defect. You have to use the exact counterpart of the tissue material to fix that tissue defect. And the material we develop all have huge market size according to various market reports. We have product for tissue engineering and regenerative medicine. We have product for aesthetic medicine, pet health care, and material for research purpose. And here are our patent portfolio. Our patent cover the corneal transplantation, cartilage regeneration, aesthetic microsurgery, skin slicing, corneal slicing, organ regeneration, bone regeneration, hair regenerations. And we submit the patent to Taiwan, US, China, Japan, Korea, India, Hong Kong, and European communities. The red dots represent granted patents. The black dot represent pending patents. And the porcine skin derived products are many different fold. We have the raw material for atherocollagen registered in US FDA as a device master buyer. And also we have a series of scar care products, skin care products, and eye care products. And also a medical device for wound healing, collagen matrix, matrix powder, membrane, and ADM scaffold, ADM paste, a cellular thermal patch. And they all receive regulatory approval from different countries and regulatory body. And the bone derived, we grind the bone into granule, cut them into various shapes, and it can be used for dental and orthopedic. And we also have this Lego bone material for maxillofacial reconstructions. We also have this bone putty for minor adjustment on the bone defect. And we have the cartilage graft for knee joint cartilage regenerations. And they also received regulatory approval from different countries. And the bone material have excellent biocompatibility. So you can see that fibroblast MG63 can attach on our bone material and secrete new bones on top of it. And so this material was chosen by NASA to participate in North Dakota Space Grant Consortium. It's a purpose to study astronaut osteopenia. And we also have a product under development, the cornea. We developed the cornea because there is more than 20 million people suffer from cornea blindness. So we purchased the porcine eyeball, removed the cornea, desterilize by our supercritical CO2 process, and it become a porcine decellularized cornea for corneal transplantation. We work on a pet dog. Pet dog Bonnie is a Chihuahua, suffer from cataract and also cornea scar. But after replaced with the porcine decellularized cornea, 30 days later, the right eye becomes clear and visible. This is the first canine cornea transplantation performed in the whole world. So Discovery Channel actually came to Taiwan to feature Bonnie's story. And the product has been done with the human clinical trial, and we have submitted all the documents to Taiwan FDA, looking for approval by the end of this year. And we also have developed a line of aesthetic medicine product called ADM Scalpel for hair regeneration, ADM Paste for wrinkle injections. And the process from the porcine dermis, processed by supercritical CO2 and grind into powder. And the powder will become an ADM scalpel for hair regeneration. When you mix the powder with collagen slurry, put it in a prefilled syringe, it will become ADM paste for wrinkle injection. So the ADM scalpel can be injected under the forehead skin by vital injectors, and 30 days later, you see a lot of hair growth. And also in this case, 2 months interval of the injections grow a lot of hair after 5 months. And the ADM paste for all kinds of facial contour adjustment, like the black eye whitening and the eye bag adjustment, and also nasolabial fold and chin adjustment, and also the eye bag and the cheek adjustment. And we also work on organ reconstruction in vivo. So we intend to do heart, liver, and kidney reconstructions. So what we do is to decellularize the organ and put the organ scaffold back into the animal, connect the blood circulations so that the blood flow will bring in all the stem cells required for the in vivo reconstruction on the organs. After it is fully functional, it will be ready for autologous organ transplantations. So we are successful in the rabbit kidney reconstruction model. What we do is to remove one of the kidney from a live rabbit and then put the decellularized kidney on the spot, connect the blood circulations so the blood flow will come into this organ scaffold and close the wound, wait for reconstructions. We report this in March this year for MOSA Regenerative Medicine Associations by Dr. Fu. Dr. Fu transplanted the decellularized kidney into another rabbit. 4 weeks later, you can see the glomerular structures formed inside this reconstructed kidney. And also you can see stem cell staining and also different markers differentiated in this kidney. And when you do NMR analysis, you can see urine inside this reconstructed kidney. So that means the kidney is partially functional. And we have published numerous scientific articles in prestige journals and also book chapters. And trademark register all over the world, and certificates, the raw material FDA device master buyer, class 1 medical device from Taiwan, Hsieh, and US, and also FDA 510K, and regulatory approval from Singapore, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, India, and also Taiwan FDA. And we received numerous awards in the past few years. And this is Discovery Channel came to feature Bonnie's story. This is Dr. Tsai Zhonghan performed the cornea transplantation for Bonnie. And you can see the link on YouTube. And Fortune also featured our story. The title was Two Hearts Are Better Than One in 2021. And our slogan is, we continue to make the impossible possible. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. A very interesting presentation indeed. So yes, as Dr. Hsieh has mentioned, ACRO will be at Medical Fair Thailand. They are at booth M08. So if you do have more questions, feel free to submit it via the Q&A button now, or you can also connect with him and his team live in person at the show from 13 to 15 of September. So while we let your questions come through, let me just share some information about the upcoming show. So as mentioned, these speakers today, as well as many other exhibitors, will be at the show from 13 to 15 of September at Biotech Bangkok. So if you have yet to register your visit, please do so now. You can scan this QR code and go to our visitor registration page immediately. And today's session, as well as previous webinars, are being recorded and uploaded on our digital edition platform. So as a registered visitor, you will start to receive your login passcodes to enter the platform and interact with our exhibitors, as well as to watch these videos on demand. Unfortunately, our third speaker for today couldn't make it, so we will be in touch to see if he's able to share a copy of his slides separately, which we will share with the participants today. We also have more webinars coming up in the next few weeks before the show. So the next one will be on the 16th of August. The speaker lineup and topics are available on our website. So if you are interested, please take a look and register to join us at the next webinar. So let me just take a look to see if there are any other questions. Okay, looks like our presenters did a very detailed job. So there aren't questions. Does the presenters have any additional things you would like to add on?
No, we are fine.
No? All good.
Thank you.
All right. With that, then we shall end today's session. Thank you for joining us once again. A big thank you to all of you and our speakers as well. I hope to see you in Bangkok in September. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.